Manchester United only needed a point in Switzerland to win Group A, but prior to the half-time interval, Anthony Martial and Marcus Rojo struck the frame of the Basel goal to show they were out for all 3 points. The Swiss champions knew a win would significantly improve their chances of qualifying for the last 16. After Renato Steffen had gone close, Michael Lang hinted at a Basel victory. And with less than 2 minutes left, it was Lang who assumed the role of match winner to stun the group leaders.
Atletico had to win to keep alive any chance of qualification and had most of the chances. Yannick Carrasco firing wide in the first half. They survived a scare when Raja Nangalan hit the post for Roma, who needed just a point to progress. Atletico's frustration continued when Fernando Torres went close, but a breakthrough arrived in stunning style thanks to this outstanding acrobatic effort from Antoine Griezmann. Roma ended with 10 men after right-back Bruno Perez was sent off late on, and just 2 minutes later Atletico made it 2. Griezmann playing in Kevin Gamero, who converted clinically.
Celtic's Moussa Dembele took less than a minute to score the first goal conceded by Paris Saint-Germain in the group stage. But Neymar got the Paris juggernaut moving, equalising within 8 minutes and then putting Paris in front. They increased their lead through Edinson Cavani and further still when Kylian Mbappe was afforded time and space. In the second half, Verratti's drive made it 5-1 and 2 further strikes followed in quick succession from first Cavani and then Dani Alves to give Paris another thumping group stage win. To remain in contention for the knockout stages, Siska needed to avoid defeat. The 13th minute goal by Georgi Shenikov went some way to settling any nerves. Benfica's poor group stage campaign was summed up by this miss from Jonas. Siska almost extended their lead before half-time, but Alan Zhigoyev was denied by the agility of Bruno Varela, who was eventually beaten 11 minutes into the second half by a deflection off his own defender Jardel. Coutinho, whose initial shot it was, went close to making it 3-0. Karabag's Michel tested the strength of the Chelsea crossbar early on in Baku, but that was as good as it would get for the home team, who had their captain Rashad Sadigov sent off midway through the first half. That and Eden Hazard's converted penalty proved pivotal. It allowed Chelsea freedom to impress, and the outstanding Willian made it 2-0 shortly before half-time. Chelsea were further rewarded for their dominance when Cesc Fabregas scored another penalty, and Willian marked a fine performance with his second late on. Bayern München had already secured their place in the round of 16, and even though Anderlecht were out of contention, they made the better start in Brussels, Łukasz Teodorczyk twice going close. 6 minutes into the second half though, Bayern's reliable source of goals, Robert Lewandowski, struck the opener and almost plundered another moments later. The narrow lead lasted only 12 minutes, Sofian Hani drawing Anderlecht level. But with 13 minutes left, Bayern scored what proved to be the decisive goal through Corentin Tolisso.
Hosts Juventus started brightly, Douglas Costa forcing Marc-Andre ter Stegen into an early save. Barcelona's response came from Ivan Rakitic's free kick travelling along.
Besiktas needed just a point at home to Porto to qualify, but it was the visitors who struck first, Felipe with a well-timed effort. The hosts hit back 4 minutes before the break, Cenk Tosun teeing up Talisca. Ryan Babel, who could boast 2 goals in the Champions League this season, then hit the bar looking for a third. Ricardo Quaresma also went close in nudging the Turkish club in front. Ricardo's late chance for Porto went begging, but a draw was enough to see Besiktas qualify. Luka Modric's first UEFA Champions League goal for almost 2 years got Real Madrid off to the perfect start against Apoel. Then a first European goal in 279 days for Karim Benzema. 2 minutes later it was 3-0. Nacho from a corner via Rafael Varane. Benzema got his second and Real Madrid's fourth on the stroke of half-time. Inevitably Cristiano Ronaldo got in on the act, the fifth header from the Portuguese. And a sixth came 5 minutes later, courtesy of Ronaldo, who completed the comprehensive win.